see. Okay, there it is. Test, test, test. Test, test, test.
Okay, everyone, good evening. It's 6 o'clock, so we'll call the meeting to order. Please join me and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Is the sound good, Mike? Everybody good? Okay. Is there a motion to approve the agenda, please?
I move that the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meetings held on October 10th and October 16th be approved as submitted.
Agenda. Sorry, sweetie.
Oh, I'm sorry. So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any additions or changes by anybody? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I move that the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meetings held on October 10th and October 16th be approved as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second.
I also recuse myself from the October 16th vote as I was not able to attend.
Thank you, Commissioner Hughes. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
So now is the time we'll accept public comments on new business items only. If there anybody that would like to make a comment on business items A through C, please come up, state your name and address. No comments? Okay. On to new business. So first up is contract for engineering of Thomas and George Streets. Mr. Small?
Do you have a motion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that would help, wouldn't it? Is there a motion?
Yes. I move that the contract price for KCI Technologies Incorporated in the amount of $83,900 to be providing engineering services for the improvement of Thomas Street and George Street be approved by the Bel Air Board of Town Commissioners.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Small?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Several years ago, the Economic and Community Development Commission, ECDC, targeted Thomas Street along with Howard Park in general as a focus of revitalization in the town. The initiative focused on connecting neighborhoods and commercial areas with an improved streetscape. This effort resulted in several public meetings and conceptual designs to finalize an enhancement to both Thomas and George Street. Reduction in the vehicle speeds, discouragement of truck traffic, increased landscape, additional lighting to provide security, stormwater management, and improved bicycle and pedestrian amenities were some of the design enhancements. Engineering plans were prepared in 2016. However, these plans were not completed due to lack of funding and an uncertain timeline for construction. With the availability of American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, funds, this project was resurrected this year, and the town is utilizing the existing contract number 21-097 that Harford County has with KCI to finish field survey, provide stormwater management plans and permitting, sediment and erosion control plans and permitting, and limited engineering revision to the existing layout for and grading and landscape as needed. KCI provided the attached cost proposal and will assist with bidding and construction anticipated in the spring of 2024. Staff recommends Bel Air Board of Town Commissioners approved a $83,900 contract with KCI Technologies, Inc. for engineering to Thomas and George Streets.
Thank you. Any commissioner comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So approved. Now we'll move on to contract for sewer line route control. Is there a motion?
I move, excuse me, I move that the unit price bids of Duke's Route Control Incorporated, 1020 Hiawatha Boulevard, Syracuse, New York, 13204, to apply a chemical root control agent designed specifically to control sewer line tree root intrusions as submitted to and accepted by the City of Baltimore, bid number B50005627, chemical root application and CCTV inspection of sanitary sewer systems for a project not to exceed $35,000 be accepted by the Board of Town Commissioners.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Klein?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Stephen Klein, Director of Public Works. Tree root intrusions into sewer lines can cause sewer backups as well as cause damage to the lines. Mechanical measures such as cutting the roots can cause damage to the lines, and often the tree roots grow back over time after the surface is performed. The town is afforded the opportunity to piggyback on a contract with the City of Baltimore. By doing so, the contract can obtain a low unit price of $1.69 per linear foot for 8-inch sewer main, and $125 for each service lateral. Funding in the amount of $35,000 was budgeted in the FY24 sewer fund. The Bradford Village and Shamrock neighborhoods are scheduled for root control this year. The town's root control program operates on a rotating basis, treating the neighborhoods prone to tree root intrusion once every 3 years. Under this contract, approximately 10,896 linear feet of 8-inch sewer main and 131 service laterals will be treated for roots. The staff recommends the bid of Duke's Root Control as accepted by the City of Baltimore contract number B50005627, chemical root application and CCTV inspection of sanitary sewers to apply a chemical root control agent designed specifically to control sewer line tree root intrusion for a project not to exceed $35,000 be accepted by the Board of Commissioners.
Thank you. Any commissioner comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Thank you. Approved. Now, last contract for Safe Streets for All. Is there a motion?
I move that the Bel Air Board of Town Commissioners approve the bid of $161,187 from EXP US Services, Inc. for research and analysis of traffic conditions and recommendation of improvements to reduce crashes and traffic fatalities in the town of Bel Air.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Kevin?
Thank you. On September 15th, 2022, the town of Bel Air, along with Havre de Grace and Aberdeen, partnered to apply for a U.S. Department of Transportation grant to produce an action plan under the Safe Streets for All program. This program was developed using the Vision Zero paradigm that includes 8 priority study elements required by U.S. DOT. This effort includes stakeholder engagement, analysis of traffic crash data, equity considerations, policy review, and identification of problem areas which can be mitigated during a separately applied implementation grant. A grant was received totaling $175,000 for the study of all 3 communities. The local match for this grant is $35,000, and that is split 3 ways, which is $11,667. Out of this match, 30% can be is required, or 30% of the required match can be provided through in-kind services, such as data collection and community outreach, which leaves a minimum of $8,167 to be allocated by each municipality. This amount was budgeted in FY24 for this purpose, and after several months of coordination with US DOT, I do not recommend doing a federal grant ever again. To satisfy grant stipulations, an RFP was issued on July 17th, 2023, and proposals from 5 firms were received on August 30th, 2023. These proposals were reviewed by the representatives from each municipality, and 2 firms were identified for an interview. The firms of Mead Hunt and EXP were brought in to answer specific questions from each municipality representative regarding qualifications, expertise, and methodology. Based on this interview and follow-up inquiries, the firm EXP is recommended for the project. Following a coordination of the contract format with Havre de Grace and Aberdeen, the town administrator would be authorized to sign the contract based on bid parameters that I just listed. Staff recommends the Board of Town Commissioners approve the bid of $161,180 from EXP US Services, Inc. as apportioned to Bel Air at $11,667. Now that is just ours, but it's what you're approving is the bid, the overall bid. And that's for planning efforts associated with Safe Streets for All. And since it's federal, it's reduced to SS4A. That's how everything's an acronym. With the contract to be signed by the town administrator.
Thank you. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair?
No.
May I add just one comment to that? What may be not known is that we were recognized, the town of Bel Air was recognized by Maryland Municipal League and all other authors of this grant for effective regionalization and utilization of grant dollars. So we were called on specifically because Kevin had worked with the other two municipalities and us to effectively use grant dollars to maximize those dollars' usage. Not only did M&L recognize us, but we were actually asked to present to a consortium at the state level, telling how we brought this grant together in a regionalized way to effectively use grant dollars to attack a problem that affects all three municipalities instead of just one, two, or individually. So very proud of Kevin's work and appreciative that MML saw the fact that we were forward-thinking in that regard.
Great, well done. Any comments, Commissioner comments? No. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now, public announcements. So a friendly reminder that tomorrow, November 7th, is Election Day. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And another friendly reminder that town offices will be closed on Friday, November 10th, in honor of Veterans Day. So now is the time for public comments. If anybody would like to make a comment. Hey, Miss Peggy, just state your name and address, please.
I'll be brief. Basically, I just want to say thank you to the current Board of Town Commissioners for your service. I don't think many people know how much goes into what you do. And we show up maybe every other week to see what you've done, and so few of us do. But there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that is not known or appreciated by so many. And I just wanted to say thank you. And
Thank you very much.
we appreciate you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other public comments? No? Quiet group tonight. Commissioner comments.
I just want to mention that last weekend was the first weekend that Winter Wonderland decorating began. And we are going to be decorating and could use all the volunteers we can get to give us a hand. So the next two Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., meet us in Armory Park. We have tasks for all age levels and skill levels. We will put you to work and help make the town beautiful for the holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
I would like to piggyback on that, just to say, everybody loves Winter Wonderland, but it doesn't happen unless people volunteer their time to make it happen. So if you love it, show up.
Thank you, Mary.
The Elderly and Needy Citizens Committee will be meeting on November the 28th at 9:30, I understand? 8:30. All right, I have two different times. 8:30 at the community meeting room, which is in the police department. It is an open meeting. The Planning Commission will be taking up the issue of the apartments at the mall on December the 7th at 6 p.m. That was continued from the Planning Commission meeting last week on Thursday, and Raising Cane did get their approval subject to compliance with a number of comments on things.
Okay. No other comments? Cultural Arts Commission. Right, right. And ABC, Steve, I don't think there's anything to report.
They meet actually next month.
Right, yeah. So, okay,
They're definitely in the process of getting decorations and everything ready for the holidays. So we're
Good.
down our office and getting some of the dust off, making new rows and so forth like that, so we're very excited.
good, thank you. Okay, if nobody has any further comments, then I think that's adjournment. Thank you.
I kind of feel like that, I'm not sure either. I think I want to come up here one day and practice with Mike to see if he can tell me if he's out there, I can project my voice without one, but I usually do it standing up. Like, I find it hard to do sitting down. I could make everybody hear me
Exactly.
without shouting.
They said, make sure you speak at night, but I feel like I'm like screaming right here.
I know, I know. I think we need to fine tune. We didn't get any complaints tonight, so that was good.
Yeah.
I know. Yes, that was the shortest, might have been the shortest meeting ever.
The noise